Hey guys, it's Olivia. So for this week's video, I decided to film the Gymnast Tag because for those of you who are new to my channel, I am a competitive gymnast and I've seen this video going around and I just think it looks really fun to film, so I decided to film it. And currently, the day I am filming this video is my birthday. It is September 28th, which means that I am 15 years old. And I don't know how to feel about that. So expect a what I got for my birthday video coming next week. Also, I'm not sure if you can hear it in my voice, but I am getting sick, which really sucks. So I really apologize if you can hear that in my voice. So with all that said, let's get right into the video.
'Cause now I'm shining bright, so bright.
The first question is, how old were you when you started gymnastics? And this is a difficult question for me to answer because technically I started when I was 5 years old, but it was just like on and off, very basic classes. I didn't get much out of it. But then when I was 10 years old, I started teaching myself and I got really motivated and committed to it. So technically I've been doing gymnastics since I was 5, but I didn't commit to it until I was about 10 years old. Question 2 is, do you compete and what level? And yes, I do compete. However, I compete in the AAU, not USAG. So basically how the levels work is it goes bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. And this year I'm actually moving up to gold. I've been silver for the past 2 years, but now I'm gold, which actually, if you think about it, is like the middle level. But if you have a hard time grasping that concept, basically it compares to levels 4 and 5 of USAG. Question 3 is, who is your favorite gymnast? And I actually have 3 favorite gymnasts. I can't pick. They're all so great. So my favorite gymnasts are Jordan Weber, Sean Johnson, and Gabby Douglas. I just love them all so much and I think they're all so inspirational and they're definitely my motivations and inspirations for gymnastics. Question 4 is conditioning, love it or hate it. And I'm actually very weird in the sense that I love conditioning. I absolutely love it because even though it's kind of painful and pedantic in the moment, it just pays off so much and your skills look so much better and it just feels good to get stronger. So I'm one of the very few people where you'll actually hear me say that I love conditioning. 5 is favorite event, and my favorite event has always been bars. I am the bars queen. I just love it so much. It's the event that I have the highest difficulty on and I just have so much passion for it. Like, sure, it hurts your hands and your muscles and stuff, but it's so fun, and that's the only event where I don't have any major mental blocks on, and I've never had any major mental blocks on. So that's really great, and I just love bars so much. Number 6 is least favorite event. Vault. If there would be one reason for me to quit competition, it would be because of vault. I hate it so much. Like, it's just so useless in my opinion because you're only just running and jumping over a table. I just don't see the point in that, and it's so scary and I just don't like it. Honestly, yeah, that's pretty much the bottom line. Like, ask any of my teammates. If my coach says we're practicing well, I'm like, I'm out of here. Number 7 is favorite skill. And my favorite skill is a kip on bars. And obviously my favorite skill is on bars, but I just love kips. Like, my kip just came easy to me. I don't know why. And once I got it, I never lost it. And it's my favorite skill. I just think it's so fun. It's like you're at the bottom of the bar and then you're on the top. It's the coolest thing ever. It's cool. Number 8 is least favorite skill. And I can't think of a specific skill other than vault, but we're gonna move on from my hatred of vault. I'll say anything on beam that has a higher difficulty, like a back walk over on beam, or even my cartwheel. Like, my cartwheel on beam, I can do it on the low beam just fine. Then I try to take it to the high beam and it's like, no, thank you. Yeah, I'd have to say either difficult skills on beam or just my hatred of vault. Number 9 is the hardest skill for you to learn. And a lot of you probably know this story, but it actually took me 2.5, almost 3 years to get my back handspring. I know. Because when I first started working on it, I was really determined to get it, but I overworked it and that created a mental block. And if you don't know what that is, a mental block is basically where you are physically capable of doing the skill, but your mind will not let you do it. And this mental block, I couldn't break it for about 2.5 to 3 years, and it really sucked. But now I am working on moving my back handspring to the floor, because originally I got it on a trampoline. And now I'm just working up the courage to move it to floor, and it's so exciting because now that I have it, it's kind of like, what was the big deal, you know? Question 10 is easiest skill for you to learn. And obviously there were certain skills that came naturally to me, like the easier skills, like a handstand on beam and a back hip circle on bar, stuff like that. But if I'm thinking difficulty-wise, the easiest skill for me to get would be my squat on bars, where you basically squat on and then transition to the high bar. And that was just so easy for me to learn for some reason. I kind of got it by myself really quick. Like, I used to do private lessons before I was on a team, and that was only for a very brief period of time, but in those private lessons I would always work on squat-ons, and I think I only needed a spot 3 or 4 times, and then I just did it by myself. I don't know why it came so naturally to me, because that sounds like something that I would get a mental block on. But yeah, that skill just came super naturally to me, which is useful because I need it for competition this year. Question 11 is, how often do you practice? I practice in my gym 3 times a week, and it's for 2 hours each. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's from 6 to 8, and then on Saturdays, it's from 12:30 to 2:30. And I know that that's not too much for the average gym, but my gym actually corresponds with the school system, so it's very difficult to like find practice time and stuff. But I think it's a good amount. Like 3 days a week is pretty good. And I actually have to be at practice in an hour, but instead I'm here filming a video. Number 12 is, what is the highest score that you've ever gotten? And this was actually my first meet from last year, because if you aren't aware, I did take a break last year because it was my first year of high school. So I took a break for about 6 months, but then in the winter time I came back for competition season. And in my first competition back, keep in mind I had 2 weeks to train for this competition, I got a 9.55 on beam, and that is the best score I ever got. And I was pretty proud of that 9.55. And then another high score that I have gotten was actually my first year of competition at regionals. I was the bar champion with a score of 9.525, which is pretty similar to the other one, but I think I was more proud of that because obviously it's bars and it's my favorite. And the last question, number 13, is, what is your lowest score? And a lot of you are probably going to laugh at this because my lowest score is not even low. The lowest score I've ever gotten at a competition was an 8.6. And I know that a lot of gymnasts out there are gonna laugh at that, but hear me out. I'm one of those people where when it comes to competitions, I can just put my game face on, do exactly what I've done at practice, and block everything else out. I just cancel out all of my emotions, everything I'm thinking about, and just put my game face on and focus on the routine. And I've never fallen off beam, knock on wood, at a competition. I've never fallen off any of the events, and I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm just that person that when it comes to competitions, it just comes naturally to me. And I got an 8.6 on beam at my first meet ever, and then I never got a lower score than that. So speaking of gymnastics, I have to go get ready for practice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button down below, and stay tuned next week for what I got for my birthday haul, because I am officially 15. Also, make sure if you're not subscribed to my vlog channel, you click the link down below, because I'm going to be vlogging my birthday party, and I'm going to vlog my birthday, which is today, obviously, and just a bunch of fun stuff like that. So make sure you go check that out by clicking the link down below. I will see you guys next week with my what I got for my birthday video. Bye.